to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face-to-face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Trousseau is both social and safe. We refer to Trousseau as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Trousseau even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Trousseau is live, y'all. We've launched in beta and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Trousseau. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Trousseau is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, prove that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business lifecycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and the commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African, continental, and country-specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is Klock. Genius is common.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Branding Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So, we want you to come and join us. www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
Hi, I'm Barbara Smith. Genius is common. My genius is executive coaching and professional corporate training. As the master executive coach and corporate training ambassador for the Genius is Common movement, I help business owners craft their stories in such a way that you know exactly what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. Many times as business owners, we are asked, so what do you do for a living? And we could be crushing in our businesses, but we're not quite sure exactly what to say in a short amount of time. Well, I help you take those stories that are the reason why you're in business and why you're so passionate about your business and craft them in such a way that people are drawn to you as opposed to being repelled by you. Because every conversation, every time you talk to someone about your business, you are excited about it. But are you really conveying what you do, what you have, and what you bring to the table? And do really people understand why you care so much and why they should care that you have the solution to their problem? Well, I'm here to help you with that. As a master storyteller, I can help you with your stories and spin them in such a way that they are intriguing and fascinating. People want to listen to you talk about your business. That's why at the Genius is Common movement, I am the master executive coach and professional training ambassador. That's my genius. And genius? Oh yeah, it's common.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It depends on where you're located. Business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations, welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw. I am the CEO of 5-Star BDM, and I am your business moderator for this afternoon and this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. So I will talk to you this afternoon in reference to some things that we're doing at 5-Star BDM, and I think will be impactful for today's entrepreneur. There's a number of different ways in which you can engage with your audience, engage with potential customers, potential clients, and people that honestly that are in your corner that are doing business with you, and you want to enhance value. And I do this on a daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly and yearly basis. So I'm going to give you some tactics, some things that I'm doing I think will be beneficial for you. So I'm in a very competitive environment in information technology. It's highly competitive. There's people all over the world that are vying for the attention of a few key people and board members to advance their cause. A lot of times, these particular deals that I'm working on from a business development standpoint are 5, 6, 7, and even more as far as revenue on a monthly level, also a yearly level. So the opportunity to get in front of your client, give them your story, to tell them how you're going to solve their big problem. It's very, very important when you have a very narrow window of time. So how do you do that? So what I've been doing for the last year or so is taking a page out of my book when it comes to developing a brand. And when I say not just a brand, what you normally would think, with how you're perceived in the mind of others, and that's what a brand really is. We're talking about a signature branded event or story, something that you're known for, that you do. It's a program that you've put together that is different from your competition, right? So you do your research, look at the landscape, take a look at what your competitors are doing in the space. Now, right now, what you see a lot of, you'll see a lot of webinars, you'll see a lot of private, Zoom meetings, you'll see a lot of email chatter that goes out to try to get people engaged, to get time with them, to get FaceTime with them. And I noticed this, and it's all right. If I just jump in with the same process, I'm going to get the same result. I'm going to get a very small window of time, even a smaller window of time, because I'm just joining the fray. And from the customer point of view, this is just more noise. Why am I going to spend time doing this? I have all these other options that are available. So I need to step back and strategically think how I'm going to engage with my target client. So I sat back with my team and we thought through this. What kind of signature program can we put together that it's going to involve not only ourselves, obviously our client or clients, and that's plural, but also our partners that are very well known in the space also. How can we collaborate on this and bring forth something that's going to work at a high level and be a gift that keeps on giving over time? So as I thought about it, and I thought back in my history, and I said, you know what? There were some things that we did, especially now after COVID. People are into in-person events again. They're starting to come out and they're starting to get engaged. So the webinar world is starting to step back a little bit. It's starting to become more hybrid. People are starting to go to these in-person events, but then they're more networking events, and they're nice panels. People come out and maybe a keynote, and they do a panel, and everybody will sit and they'll listen. There'll be some networking time. There'll be some card swapping, and then you'll follow up with an email and that type of thing to try to get engagement. And hopefully your target clients will be there. I said, I want to be more strategic than that. I want to put together a signature branded program that's going to engage my client, and not just one, but several in a private setting with my partners that collaborate with me, and that we can pull together and put together a I would say a solution that helps the client to move forward. And everybody, in the room, they went, you know what, that's great. What are you thinking? What you're thinking? I said, why don't we take them to dinner? He said, dinner? Well, everybody said, no, not just a dinner. We're going to go to a high-end steakhouse, a high-end restaurant, high visibility. We're going to have them put us in a private room, And this will be a private affair. We're only going to have up to 30 people in this room. This is not something that will be publicized, over the internet. We're not doing advertising. We're doing invitations, private invitations. They said, okay, I'm following you. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Well, how much is that going to cost? I said, well, I'll do the math on it. Let me engage with the restaurant. I came back. I got some numbers. It's going to cost about $5,000. I said, $5,000? That's a lot, Grant. I said, I know. But what if we got our partners to chip in, that they would be part of the program, and they would help to offset these costs, and they would also gain the opportunity to engage with these clients and build business pipeline. And they went, okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this. So I also said, what are we bringing to the table? What are we bringing to the table? I said, well, we're bringing together an incredible, robust pipeline of individuals, a network, an active network of healthcare and information technology professionals and business entrepreneurs, career professionals, all within my database, all that I'm constantly talking to through my podcasting, through our TV shows, and through our email campaigns. So they're curated. I have a curated audience. I have an in-tuned audience already. You're like, all right. That's what we're bringing to the table. Exactly. So then when I look at my partners are Fortune 500 companies, large companies that are very, very well known in the information technology space. Very well known. They're household names. But they have their local representation right here in my market of South Florida. And then I would invite their reps to work with us to go ahead and put together this program. Would this be beneficial? So as I pitched this idea to them, they went, that is great. And because I was able to share the cost amongst the three parties, everyone could afford to do it. And that was also great. Right? So we're all in. Cost is not a barrier, right? We've got great intelligence. We've got a great audience. What else do we need? So I said, when these things work well, what you need is a highlighted keynote speaker. They don't want to sit with you and just do a sales presentation. No one wants to come, it's a nice dinner and everything. That's great. But no one wants to be sold to in that manner. They want to get expert knowledge. They want to be able to talk to a leader in the field. They want to know somebody that's going to share knowledge, that has expertise in what we're all talking about. So I would make sure that the partners we had all were complementary. And the one-on-ones we did was on cybersecurity. It's all right. We're going to do this around cybersecurity. We're going to invite cybersecurity leaders, and we're going to have a keynote speaker that can speak highly of cybersecurity, right? But that keynote speaker is not going to be directly competitive to the people that are in the audience. And okay, I see where you're going. So I could bring somebody in from academia, somebody that is not directly competing with the people in the audience, so they can get up-to-date trends and knowledge of what's really going on in that cybersecurity space. And I was able to bring somebody in from the University of Miami to speak at a very, very high level on those trends. They went, wow, you could do that, Grant? Well, I have the network. These are very, very important relationships that you can utilize to bring value to everybody in the room. This is collaborative marketing, not competitive marketing. This is collaborative marketing, bringing everyone together. It's a win-win-win for everyone involved, right? So now I've got my keynote, right? And that is the attraction to the event. Because when you're talking to C-suite executives, they don't have a lot of time, but they will make time for something that is important. And that is what we put together. So now I've got my business partners. Obviously, we've got ourselves, right? And we've got a signature branded program to pull this together. And now we put together our email campaign, our target list. And this is another beautiful thing. As we start to put together our target list, the target list, again, is complimentary for all my partners. But then it's not just me promoting the event. It's my other 3 partners that are also promoting the event. They also have relationships. They're also bringing their people into the dinner event. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. I don't have relationships with everybody. I don't have the same types of relationship. We put all these target audience on a list. Everybody can see it. We're all collaborative. So when we engage with certain individuals, we kind of know if somebody's already reached out to them. Oh, you've reached out to so-and-so, they're coming. We reached out to someone else, oh, they can't come. That type of thing, or maybe someone else is coming. And we go through that entire list. We would always use a ratio. If you're going to have like 30 people that you want to invite, we're going to go 3x that. Some people do 4x that, right? So we at least get a nice target list of 100 people. What you're going to find is you're going to find like, wow, I didn't have relationships with some of these other accounts, these other individuals, and they're all now on this list, and the contact information, all that thing, all of those things. And that goes vice versa for everybody. So now we're all sharing a pooled collaborative field of information in which we all can enrich ourselves, right? Again, it's collaborative. We're not stepping on each other's toes. It's great that someone else can reach out and talk to this individual or get into a sales deal that's complementary to you as well. And we all have an opportunity to enrich ourselves. And that's awesome. So now we've got this program put together and we start to run the campaign, and we start, our traditional email, and we use LinkedIn, but LinkedIn as a private event to actually engage, to get people to sign up and get them interested in coming to the event. You have to follow up. You have to put out an RSVP, especially 3 or 4 days out, to make sure if someone's coming or not coming, that now you have space available. And because it's such a well-branded event with star power, a lot of people see that and they want to be a part of it. Another thing that we do as we start to see people that are now tuning in, or they're starting to RSVP and they're starting to accept the invitations, we start to let them know that, hey, so-and-so from this healthcare system is coming, and this healthcare system is coming, and these people are coming, and this, and then all of a sudden like, wow, I want to be a part of that. And if I can't come because of something, I'm going to make sure somebody on my team comes, because this is great. We have the community. I'm going to be in this private room talking about very important ideas. I don't want to be missed out. And as we looked across the county, we had every single system accounted for on our target list. This is fantastic. So the other thing that we do, not only have the keynote speaker, they're going to talk for like 20 or 30 minutes. And then we're going to have a break. And we're going to actually engage, in the meal. We're going to have a conversation, right? And then we're going to then go to a panel discussion. This is another great leveraging tool that I use. It's like, all right, from your signature organization, we want someone that can speak on a high level, of subject matter expert that represents your company on the panel, and so forth and so forth. Now we've got 3 or 4 people on the panel that are subject matter experts talking about, giving comment about what the keynote talked about, how to apply these things into the systems that were in the room, right? And then we also had each table that was there engaged. I would give them each one a series of questions that they can ask the panel. And I was moderated, of course. I'm going to moderate, the event very high level to keep everybody moving. And I would ask each table, okay, table number 2, what question would you like to ask our esteemed panel? What is most important for you, for your organization? And they would ask the question. See what I'm doing? They're telling us now what's top of mind for them, right? So now you're gathering very important information, very important details, things you cannot discern anywhere else. You're getting good information, good knowledge, and you're applying your knowledge and wisdom on the stage, and you're engaging everybody. And not only are we engaging with the panel, they're also engaging amongst themselves. A lot of times they're not talking amongst themselves. They're talking amongst themselves. They're starting to get information. Questions are coming up. Or how do you handle this, or that? And that's being vetted, right? And we're having great conversation. We have great intelligence. So this is a signature branded program. And that goes on for about, 2-3 hours or so. And then we did that first one. And we sat back, we looked, that was pretty successful. We did that last year. Why don't we do this every quarter? Let's make this a signature branded program. We want to become known for this in the industry. We want to be known for this in the community. So we was like, okay, let's try it again. But we're not going to do it on the same subject. We're going to do a different subject. We're not going to use the same partners. We're going to have different partners. And we're going to talk to different individuals. So we did it again. And they came again. And it was very successful. It was sold out. We're developing relationships that we never, ever, ever had before. Not only with the client, but also with the partners. Right? Remember, these are multi-billion-dollar companies that we now have developed relationships with. These are multi-billion-dollar clients that we now have relationships with. And then we're starting to be known for our signature branded program that we put together. Right? So to date, we've done 3 of these programs. And we're about to do the 4th one in September. And this is going to be fantastic because now everything that we talked about is coming to fruition. Anytime there's any new executives that now come on board or they just became, part of a new organization, no one knows them very well, we invite them to these events and they get a chance to actually network and grow their relationships that they didn't have before. And not because they're bombarded from a sales perspective. We're not standing there giving them a bunch of flyers and a bunch of sales pitches. No, because remember, we're gathering knowledge and information about what's truly going on with them. And now we can have intelligent conversations either then or even later. And they will pick up a phone call, right, when you call. Or they'll answer an email. Hey, what's going on here? What's going on there? This might be important for you to know. Now you've set yourself up as a knowledge expert. Right? That go-to person. You need to go to Grant to find out about this or that. He has the relationships with a lot of the partners that you're probably already doing business with one way or another, but he has the intimate relationship, right? And then you could take that from now that group dinner to now a private luncheon or just a standard office meeting to have more meaningful discussions as we move forward. So that's an example that you can use and think about in your own market. How can you put together a signature branded program? A program that is different from where your competition is right now. It's different from what your clients are expecting, and you're packing it with value. Value on top of value on top of value for everyone involved. And money, again, is not the barrier. So, that sounds very expensive. Remember, I divided it amongst 3 or 4 different entities that it became very easy to do this. Now it's just a matter of timing, making sure the timing lines up. I always suggest you do this 4 to 6 weeks out. Give yourself some time, some runway. Give people enough time to put it on their schedule. Remember, especially in the business I work in, these executives, their calendar fills up very quickly. So you want to be able to give them an opportunity that they're not so booked out. So 4 to 6 weeks is decent enough time. And then it's after work. So this is 6 p.m. to like 9 p.m. at night and not too far away from where they'd have to drive to get there, right? And that's very, very important, especially if you don't have the relationship. There's, if you're out there cold calling, cold emailing, cold in-mailing, you're not getting that warm response. look to what I just talked about, getting partners that may already have the relationship, or maybe they're further along the process than you are, and you collaborate together on a signature branded program that you can put together. That it's not a community event, it's a private event. It's a private affair in which you can have intimate conversations to solve business problems that are important, not only for your client, but the client, all the other clients in the room. So I want to let people know these are the things that I do, giving out my secret sauce when it comes to business development that you might not hear about, you might not know about, right? It's very easy to say, well, we'll put together an email campaign. Not a problem. A lot of people do it. You're no different from anyone else. We'll put together a social media campaign. No problem. Good tactic. Not a problem at all. But you got to remember, everybody else is doing that, right? I'm going to put together a networking event. Well, that starts to help. But how open it? What's the clear purpose of it, right? And is it geared for a desired result? So that's when you start getting into signature branded programs that when you start doing other things in the community, people start opening your emails. They start following you on social media. They start coming to your networking events. They start going to your webinars, right? That's another thing that we're doing as well that I think brings a lot of value to the table, is that not only have a webinar with your target audience that possibly, when a lot of things I do is not just me talking, I will have someone who's already had the transformation. Someone's already gone through my program. They've already consumed my product or service, and I want them to come on and let's talk about their experience as part of the webinar, right? And that gets people like, all right, I might not totally get that good feeling of trust and credibility from Grant, because obviously he's going to tell nothing but good things about his company. Most people won't get up and tell all the bad things, right? But if you hear from someone else, it goes a longer way, and someone else is telling you factual truth about what happened during their journey and their experience, it's going to go a longer way. But that's just part of the process. The webinar is just part of the process. Your next step after you've done your webinar is to then have a workshop. Bring them together. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's talk about this. Let's actually get in there and tinker with stuff. Let's pull out the tools. Let's go ahead and try it out. Let me show you how this works. Now you've gone from webinar to workshop to now you start getting into your next step. After that, automatically it's going to be a sales engagement, because you're going to find so much information out. How can we then implement this into your business? So those are two things I just talked about. And a lot of times you can even put them together, have a signature branded program. Now, what I use is a dinner event, have a signature branded webinar workshop series that you can work through. Start thinking about things and combining things that engage your client, engage yourself, and look at it as a collaboration with all of you, especially your partners. Partners are so important because it allows you to see and do things that you normally wouldn't see or do as you're engaging together to create what? Revenue opportunity, right? Pipeline development, right? Something that a lot of people don't like to do. You've got to look at funnel. What does that funnel really look like for forecasting? How can you forecast if you really haven't got deeper into your activity that's leading to a desired result and a quantifiable outcome? And that's just for new business. Think about that for your existing business, and you're doing that for your existing pipeline, and you can begin to really know what's really going on, because that's what you want to do, especially in my business, is that what is the revenue that you know is going to happen for surety. And that's very important when you get into forecasting and you start looking at what happens in these Wall Street companies and whatnot, they have these forecasts and they have to hit those numbers or their stock value goes down. How do you get to that assurity? You want the same kind of assurity for your own funnels. So now we're going into the end of Q3, going into Q4. You don't want to always be starting from scratch. So you want to build and know and have trust that you know that the business is coming your way and it's just a matter of timing. But you've got to build that funnel from the very beginning. So I gave you the process from the very beginning all the way toward the end as you listen to this particular discussion. So I hope I have been beneficial for you and your endeavors as an entrepreneur. When you're engaging with 5-Star BDM, I am the CEO of the company. You are engaging with me in my 25 years of business development, right? So I'm a fractional BDM for a lot of different organizations to help them to grow, to understand the information that I have and experience I've gotten from Fortune 500 companies that I've worked for, and what it takes to compete in a highly competitive business when you're doing 5, 6, 7-figure deals. And I've closed a numerous number of multi-million-dollar deals. These are strategic and not transactional, and that is why this is so important. So with that said, the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash app that's on the screen below and say $BBX USA to your phone to give. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August 2023. NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him, and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too. Because genius is common.
You know how a lot of people say that being successful is a great thing? Well, it really is. Yet having a successful mindset is the thing that propels people to their ultimate success. Now, many of us get stagnated. So have you been?
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is K-L-O-C-K. Genius is common.
I was born.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Brandy Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So, we want you to come and join us. www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black business.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso, a new concept in social media. Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captions. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Trousseau even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Trousseau is live, y'all. We've launched in beta and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Trousseau. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Trousseau is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie,
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Humpton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM. I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Today, we present a true testament to resilience and transformation. Unisa Camara, once at the helm of Black Lion Entertainment and Camara Homes in the U.S., today he stands as the dynamic CEO of the Global Speakers Platform and Camara Youths in the UK. Fueled by personal tragedy and an undying drive, he founded Camara Youths in memory of his late son and the Global Speakers Platform to uplift voices globally. But Unisa's influence isn't just in his ventures, it's in his life story. Surviving gunshots, the heartbreak of loss, and incarceration, Unisa has turned adversity into advocacy. He's not just a business magnet, but a beacon for change, hosting TV shows on Amaze TV, leading radio broadcasts on the Beat FM 106.6 and Blunch for Life Radio, acting and authoring. Unisa's journey has graced stages, podcasts, and magazines worldwide. Prepare to be captivated, inspired, and empowered by the indomitable Unisa Camara.
Grant, thank you so much. You know, I look up to you because I've been watching your growth and I'm quite impressed.
Well, we've been watching each other. I really appreciate all that you do. I'm so glad you're here from the UK. It must be, what, midnight there?
Now, it's about, 10 p.m. Okay. But I just want to say congratulations on all your achievements. And I know the sky is not the limit for you, my brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Unisa. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. As Grant stated, my name is Unisa Camara. I am a global youth advocate. That's the most important thing to me. But besides that, I've been a serial entrepreneur for over 20 years. You know, I can sit here and tell you about my son, but that's not what this platform is about. This platform is about elevation. This platform is about self-awareness and growth. So again, my name is Unisa Camara. I was the CEO of Global Speakers Platform, Camara Youths, and also Blackline Entertainment. I am now the CEO of Global Speakers Platform. Now, what we do at Global Speakers Platform is to elevate our speakers globally. We give you the television, we give you the radio, we give you the newspapers, we give you the magazine, we give you virtual stages, we give you speaker training, but most importantly, we give you the live stage. We work with you through your journey of becoming a global speaker. Now, I just want us to talk a little bit because a lot of people are under the impression that being an entrepreneur is just an overnight process. Now, most of you entrepreneurs that are out there listening to me, again, I applaud you for your hard work. And those of you young entrepreneurs that are just starting out, remember, failure is not failure. If you don't succeed on your business, it's just because there is a puzzle piece that you forgot to put in. So look at it as a learning experience. Today, I want us to talk about the mind because as a global speaker, I speak on the laws of attraction, the vibrations of the universe. I also expand on the individual themselves, understanding the mind, the functionalities of the mind. Now, as we go through life, we have to understand that we possess one of the most powerful tools, and that is the mind. And when we learn to utilize the mind, success is nothing but a step away. We have to understand that the mind can create whatever we focus on. There's nothing that we cannot achieve when we put resilience and persistence into play and understanding what it is that we're trying to achieve. And as I indicated in the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, it's not an easy road, but you can achieve it. If it was easy, everybody will be an entrepreneur. If it was easy being rich, everybody will be rich. But whatever we work hard for, we cherish, we appreciate, we acknowledge. Now, as we're going through this journey of entrepreneurship, we have to understand the thought process of it. Everything starts with the thought process. Once you start thinking about it, you create an emotion from that thought process. And with that thought process, you create an action. Let me say that again. You just don't act. Nobody just acts. There has to be a reason to your action. There has to be an emotion that is involved. So let me just say, you are getting evicted and you have a child. Is that a need or a want? You need to put something into play to keep your child in a safe environment, to keep your child under a roof, to provide food for your child. So that's a need. It's no longer a want. So when you have that need, you put it into play. And your mind, ladies and gentlemen, is your central processing unit. Whatever you think, you can achieve. And once you start utilizing the mind, you have the left brain and the right brain, which gives you pictures, and the other one gives you the thought process. So imagine if you can use the left brain and the right brain where you can visualize and you can think it and put that together in a constructive way, in a way of progression. There's nothing that one cannot achieve. And I will keep saying that till the end of this segment. There's nothing that you cannot achieve. Will you face trials and tribulations? Without a doubt. But when you put persistence into place, you can achieve it. Now, along this journey, you will understand who you are. But before you start this journey, you will have naysayers. You will have people that will try to tell you, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. That is impossible. Oh, we tried that before. Because somebody tried something and did not achieve it does not mean you cannot achieve. Each and every one of us have our own journeys. You're on your own journey. I'm on my own journey. But we come together to elevate each other. We come together to support each other towards growth. Now, because I'm supporting you does not mean I am deviating from my own journey. Because you are supporting me does not mean you're deviating from your own journey. It just means that we're supporting each other towards growth. And when we're supporting each other, that's called progression. Now, as you're going through this journey, ladies and gentlemen, you will start understanding what is the difference between your needs and your wants. And I stated before, you have to understand your need. Because if you say, I need to eat, that is hunger. And when you say, I want to eat, that's just to say, well, I have food in my stomach, but you know what? I just require something extra. So in this journey of life, in this journey of entrepreneurship, in this journey of self-awareness, as you're growing, you will learn who you are, what your objectives are, what your goals are. You will understand that the fact that with this journey, you will face something called mind elevation. Because when you come to that hurdle of hardship, you feel as though, well, I'm out of ideas. I cannot do this. You have to sit back, and every time I'm on this platform, I expand on something similar. Why do I expand on something similar? Is because I want you to put the connection together. I want you to understand the puzzle, that it's not going to be an easy journey. You will face hard times, but does that mean you need to quit? Does that mean you need to stop? If you decide to stop and go back to continue to being an employee, well, the person that you're working for had faced the obstacle that you face, and they did not quit. They did not back away. They add in the resilience. They add in the mind expansion, the growth mind, willingness to learn, willingness to understand, where did I go wrong? How can I rectify this? Remember, no one can stop you from your growth. Nothing can stop you from your growth. The only thing and the only one that can stop you is you. You possess something so unique in within you. There is something so different about you that no one else possesses. McDonald's and Burger King are both fast foods, but what makes each one of them stand out? When they started McDonald's, it was two brothers. They had a fixed mindset that this is how it's going to be, and this is the growth that's, expectation of it. And then a gentleman came along, a salesman at that, and he kind of went behind the scene and understood their whole marketing, their whole structure. And then he said, well, if they cannot do this, I'm going to take over their business. Do you get it? If you cannot create and try to expand, there's somebody out there thinking something similar to what you are thinking. Now remember, because I said that everybody have their own journey, don't mean people are not thinking what you are thinking. You have to understand that you're going to have competitors in any field. You can go to school to become a doctor. There are other doctors out there. You can open your own surgery. You will face other surgeons doing the same thing. But what makes you stand out from the rest? You have to understand your uniqueness. You have to understand your creativity. You have to understand your craft. You have to understand the marketing aspect. In business, there's so many pieces that you need to understand. But the most important thing that you need to understand, there are people watching you. There are people watching you, not in a negative way all the time, but there are people watching you to say, I like their work ethics. I like what they're doing. I like what they stand for. I like their personality. People will come to you and say, how can I be a part of this? How can I be a part of what you are building? The more you grow, the more people will come along your journey. That does not mean that you should now forget about that aspect of the business. Well, when Buffett stated, quote unquote, every time I go into my meetings, if I'm going into my marketing, I research, I study it. So that way, when I go in there, I'm able to engage. When I go into my financial, my accountants, I go through the numbers. I do my research. So when we are talking, we're on the same page. And if there's something that I don't understand, I would say, well, I don't know. Explain that to me. People that come along in your journey, they're willing to support you, to educate you. Your objective is to have the mind expansion, the willingness to engage, the willingness to say, tell it me again. Or let me do my research. And whatever I'm lacking, they will fill in the blanks. This is all part of growth. People sit there and say, I wish. When you actually sit there and you start saying, I wish, it's like you're giving people the opportunity, your willingness. You understand? You're taking things away from yourself. So now you're depending on somebody. You're hoping. Now there's something called manifestation, which indeed I talk about all the time. When you manifest, you don't see it. It's like wishing. But when you manifest it, it's a belief. You believe that your business is going to blossom. You believe that you are going to make a difference in your community, in this entrepreneurial world. So when you manifest, you take action. Now, in the laws of attraction, we say ask, seek, and receive. In the entrepreneur world, we say go get it. Simple. But before you go get it, you have to plan, which is structuring, which is strategizing, and then you can execute. You just don't want to jump into a river without knowing the depths. You don't want to jump into a lake without knowing the warmth of it. You don't want to buy shoes without trying them on. You don't want to go get that beautiful dress that you see your friend wearing or you see on television without fitting it on. Whatever we do, understand the market, understand what you want to do, understand what you want to buy, try it out. But one thing I can tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, is that it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too early. Whatever you want to do, understand what it is that you're trying to get into. And that is like trying out that new dress, trying out those the new shoes before you purchase them. Different terminologies, same thing. We possess, again, everything we need to succeed. You possess something that I don't have. I possess something you don't have. Don't envy somebody else, but celebrate that person and say, how can I help you? How can I support you? When you offer your support to people, that makes them want to engage with you. Don't say, well, I can do it on my own. Yes, I built my first business by myself. I built the lucrative business, which was Black Lion Entertainment. I built Black Lion Entertainment from a $1 bet. And that is my pride and joy. When I get on many stages, I talk about it. I was made a $1 bet. You cannot build a business from a $1 bet, from not putting in no money. I went to work. I utilize what I have. I studied the community. I studied my surrounding. And then I tried it out. And then I see the prosperity. I see the potential. I see it coming. I built my business, which became so lucrative. Wu-Tang and I were doing shows together. Now remember, I started off with nothing, a penny, zero, $1 bet made me so much money. If you understand what it is that you're trying to build, if you understand your community, your environment, your niche, your people, what it is that they need, how can I support them? Take yourself out the equation. Don't say, how can I make money? How can I be of support? How can I make a difference? What do they need? And how can I get it to them? Global Speakers Platform, the reason why we are who we are is because we understand the speaking community. We understand that a lot of speakers are paying so much money for coaches to coach them. And what happens after they coach them? They say, thank you for your business. Goodbye. They don't care if you go get a speaking job. What happens when you have a little money, then you say, I want to be on TV. You spend that money. What happens? That's it. You want to be on the radio. What happened? What we did at Global Speakers Platform is understand what other speakers need. So we brought team together. We reached out to other businesses and we said, let's work together and let's make an impact in this arena. So now, under one umbrella, we have the televisions, we have the radios, we have the newspapers, we have the magazines, we have the virtual stages, and we have the live stage, all under one umbrella. Now, when we were structuring Global Speakers Platform, it was not just about me. It's how can I support? How can I make a difference? And because the way we think, we said, well, you know what? We need some film production companies. So we started engaging, and now we're working with film production companies. Now, what else would we need? Because we have the newspapers, we have the magazines, we have the radios, we have the virtual stages, we have the live stages, we have the film production companies. What else would we need? We need a distribution film company. Well, we went to Netflix. Netflix turned us down. So we started partnering up with a film distribution company. Do you get what I mean? So when you think, how can I support? How can I make a difference? How can I strategize this? How can I build something that other people can make money, other people can benefit from? It will come together. And I stated in the beginning of my talk, it's not going to be an easy journey. It's not going to be an easy road. You will have, sleepless nights. But you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your vision. You need to understand that you will face obstacles. You will face the hard times. But you have to keep going. Because the day you stop, it's like literally you giving up on your vision, on your dream. No two people have the same dream. You cannot go to bed with your partner tonight and then you wake up and say, we had the same dream. It's impossible. If you can reach out to me and tell me that you and your partner, you and your sibling, you or a parent of yours had the same dream, I'm willing to give you anything that you desire, because there's no such thing. Now, with that, that's an indication of your uniqueness. That's an indication that what has been given to you, no one else have it. No one else has that. So again, you need to understand that this is your journey. This is your journey. No one else can walk your journey but you. I did a TV show a couple of years ago, and I stood in front of the TV and I said, knock, knock. My name is Opportunity, and I'm knocking. But the thing about opportunity is that we don't knock too loud. The thing about opportunity is that you have to be vigilant. You have to be aware. You have to be alert. You have to be observant. Because when opportunity comes, you have to take advantage of that opportunity. And the only way you can take advantage of that opportunity is to understand your need. You will face so many opportunities. You will see so many opportunities coming. But you have to pick the right one for you. When I was at the parliament, this was a few months back. As we were exiting, An MP came to me and said, Mr. Camaro, can I speak with you for a minute? I said, okay. Well, how may I support you? How can I help you? He said, we would love for you to be a speaker at our next event. Now remember, I'm at a parliament. What is it that I can speak about on politics? Now, let me tell you a little about me. In America, I've been shot. Not once, I've been shot twice. My girlfriend was shot in the head and she died in my arms. I was incarcerated. I've been stabbed. So how can someone that so many people say he's going to die on the streets, he's going to end up in jail? Now remember, that person they spoke ill of became an entrepreneur that many of them started working for. Work with me on my journey. All those people that was saying negative things about me started working for me. Now I transitioned from America to the UK. And now I'm at the parliament. How awesome is that? From being chased by the police, the mayor of New York, Giuliani, shut Staten Island down looking for me. Me. The federal government wanted me. How many cases did I have? And I transitioned from all that to being a speaker in a parliament in the UK, a whole different country. How's that possible? My journey as an entrepreneur in the UK came through manifestation. I know what I wanted. I know what I needed. I needed to be on radio. I knew I wanted to be on radio. I did not want to be on radio. I needed my voice to be heard. So I envisioned me being on the radio. I envisioned my radio show. Somebody that I spoke to told me, it's impossible, Unisa. It's impossible. Don't waste your time. I'm the type of person, if you want to see me excel, tell me I cannot do it. Just tell me it's impossible. Because to me, impossible means I am possible. I am the impossibility. I make it possible. The way I envision my radio show is the way it played out. I went from one radio show to having 2 radio shows. That wasn't enough for Unisa. I said, I want to have a TV show. These are my beginning years in the UK. I want to have a TV show. I have other naysayers saying it's impossible. What do you mean it's impossible? What do you mean I cannot do it? I took a big sheet of paper. I started writing. This is how I want my TV show. This is the name of my TV show. This is the time I want my TV show. This is the days I want my TV show to be on. I didn't get 1 TV show. I got 2 TV shows. I decided that I wanted to be in the movies. I know. You're thinking this guy is really stretching it. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. we keep stretching because we know we can do it. You have to believe in yourself. When others don't believe in you, you have uno, you. Next thing you know, I was in a movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, me being who I am, remember, a young kid selling drugs in Staten Island, Park Hill, New York, being shot, being stabbed, being incarcerated, having the police chasing him, and then the federal government saying you did interstate with over, I'm not going to quote the amount of money, but it's a federal crime. Then one federal charge, the second federal charge came in. And all of a sudden, I beat my cases. Whenever I'm doing something, I do it alone. So no one can ever say you need to turn witness on me. No. When I'm building my businesses, I structure my businesses alone. And now I have a partner, Show Manette. We structure businesses, and we execute them. Because we're at a point where I know what I want. I know how to structure a business. I know when to execute. She knows what she wants. She knows how to structure business. She knows how to execute. So as you're building, as I indicated before, you will have people that will engage with you. There's nothing that you cannot do. So for me to sit here, ladies and gentlemen, and for me to tell you that we now have the newspapers, the magazines, the virtual stages, the live stages, the televisions, the film production companies, the distribution film companies. It was work. No one is going to enjoy the fruit of your labor more than you. But other people will benefit from the fruit of your labor. And that is the objective of an entrepreneur. Does that make sense? Now, I know many of us are going through so many obstacles in life. Without a doubt. Anyone that said that they're not facing an obstacle, they have lied to you and they're deceiving themselves. But you know what you're going through. You know what you face on a day-to-day basis. What you went through yesterday, you're not going to go through it today. You might go through something similar, but it's not going to be the same. Same thing as business. Every day brings its own obstacles. You're not going to go to your office and say today's going to be a smooth day. You might go to the office and have about 110 emails and you don't even know where to start. But prioritize. Have your team. Have your team meetings. When you're starting out, have a daily team meeting with your team. Then have a weekly meeting. Then have a bi-weekly meeting. But keep it bi-weekly. Never go on without having a team meeting, because you know what you put into your business. You know the labor, the hard work, the sleepless nights that you invested into your business. You need to understand what each department of your business, each puzzle that is being put into your business, how did it fit in? You need to understand the basis of that piece being there. Even though it makes sense, You yourself need to go and analyze it. When I started my business, even some people sending emails, I would tell them to CC me, copy me in the email so I can read it. I didn't need to read it. I trust my team. But again, you need to understand everything that is going on in your business. Let me tell you another story. When people come to my office, sometimes I'm the type that give them a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, water. And my secretary will be sitting there and I'll say, who are you here to see? They'll say, oh, we're here to see Mr. Camara. I would say, well, let me get you a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or whatever it is. And please follow me to the office. And whenever they see me go behind that desk, they look at me like, but you are the guy out there sweeping the floor. You are the guy that got me the cup of coffee. You're Mr. Camara? Yeah, because as a CEO, as an owner, you have to be able to be a part of the team. Don't let that title overtake who you are. Be humane. And as a leader, let your team always see you being a part of whatever it is that they're doing. You understand them. Say hi to the janitor. Let them, ask them, how's your son or your daughter? That is the mentality of a CEO. Grant.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure seeing you again.
Oh, man, pleasure's all mine. Really enjoyed your talk from the beginning to the end. There's a lot of inspiration there, knowledge, wisdom. I really appreciate you sharing your story. So many people need to hear this so they can move forward in their own lives and not let circumstance stand in the way.
Indeed. Grant, when people found out that the federal government was after me, they started saying, oh, he's going to die in jail. He's going to jail for life. But the thing is that you are who you are. Own up to your responsibilities. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, understand that there is still hope. Oh. So me transitioning from who I was to building these businesses and doing shows with people like Wu-Tang, Neo, and now being in the UK speaking at the parliament, it's anybody can achieve anything that they put their mind to. Yep. You have to have the right mindset.
Yep, they got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. That's it.
Indeed.
So tell us, Unisa, what is the best, because you got a lot of places to contact you. What is the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Unisa K, that's my first name, the first letter of my surname, UNISA, the letter K, at live.com. I'm always accessible, Grant. You and I need to have a chat as well.
Matter of fact, we will. I love what you're doing. Like I said, we've intersected here at the Black Business Olympics several different times. So we want to continue to have these conversations and move forward, combine our vibrant networks together and create a whole new rhythm. So that sounds great to me.
Indeed. And now we are part of a distribution company, film distribution. We're about to take over Netflix. Uh-huh. We have had talks with them because being that we're affiliated with film production companies, it's only right that we get a distribution company, isn't it?
Oh, no, everything is changing. This is the right time. As cable starts to sunset, streaming services are on the rise. There's got a whole new audience that will be able to tune into what you're doing. So thank you for being a part of the Black Business Olympics. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side. All right. The Black Business Network. And that, we're going to talk about the mission and what we're doing. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash app that's on the screen below, and that is $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August 2023, NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
How you doing? I'm Rodney Allen Rippey. Yeah, the child actor. Well, now, leading man. Some of you might remember back in the day, the Harlem Globetrotters popcorn machine. Remember that? Well, it was a Saturday morning special that would come on, and I was there with Geese and Tex and Meadowlark Lemon. Remember the show? Well, I had a great time. And I have to say a huge, huge thank you to all my fans out there. Thank you for all the years of support. I went on from the entertainment industry. I started getting into producing and directing. And now, hey, here I am. I'm a studio executive here in Burbank, California at 2526 Studios. I have to say, it's been pretty good, but the best is yet to come. Please stay encouraged. Keep reaching for your dreams and never forget that genius is common. Remember that. Genius is common. No matter what anyone says to you, no matter how tough the road may get, keep striving. Keep reaching for your dreams. And always know that you are worth it. Everything that you put into yourself, everything good that you pour into your life, you are worth it. And when the times get tough, when things don't go exactly right, it's okay. Dust your shoulders off. Stand up strong. And remember, genius is common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Rhonda? And leave it inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
Ladies, if you're a person who continually pours out, you won't want to miss this upcoming event. October 13, 14, and 15 at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland, where we have a power-packed lineup of ladies who are going to pour into you. If you need to increase your impact, your influence, and your income, this is the event for you. Don't miss the power of sisterhood. These ladies coming from around the world to network and connect with you. Don't miss it. How do you get the information? Glad you asked. Go to barbarahsmith.com and click the link. All the details there. Don't miss Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance, October 13, 14, 15 at the beautiful Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland. What you know and I know together can change the world. I want to see you there.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw. I am the CEO of 5 Star BDM, and I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Today, let me introduce a voice many have unknowingly heard, Mark Neely. From the Midwest, where he once announced radio shows, Mark transitioned from corporate sales and marketing into his true passion. He was trained by Elaine Clark in San Francisco, and now he is based in Los Angeles. He's a relentless talent, auditioning for diverse roles from on-screen to voiceovers, including Super Bowl commercials. Beyond performances, he also is a force in show development and production, represented by CESD and the talent behind MarkNeelyMedia.com. Mark's ethos is clear: love for his work and respect for his collaborations. Let's celebrate the journey and dedication of Mark Neely.
Grant McGaw, I know you. I know you from somewhere. You look familiar. You really do. Let me check my notes, man. Ted, thank you for all that. Thank you for that introduction, man. How are you?
Man, every time I hear your voice, you are the voice of my commercials. You're the voice of the Black Business Olympics. You are a wonderful, wonderful talent. I am just so glad to hear you.
I'm going to have to give a refund to Eric Kelly, man. I heard my voice 3, 4, 5 times in the last 10 minutes. I said, man, who is that? That's me. Okay, all right, cool. Keep playing it. I'm just proud to be part of this in that way, and to connect with so many great personalities and businesses, to be able to promote them in a way I think I hope helps. And that's the whole thing, telling your story the right way. So if you're happy, let's count those dollars after people listen. So
all of that and then some. So we're going to allow you to tell your story right now for our audience, because this is captivating, and I want you to continue to do what you're doing. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Fantastic. Good deal. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm hoping we get my guest. I called an audible about an hour ago, and I was going to talk about some of the things just to getting into voiceover, and then some corporate things about how your voice should be profitable, and just working on what takes place and how you do it. And I was going to focus on audiobooks, but I called an audible. I see her in the green. She's there in the studio, but there's an amazing person that I've worked with and I've done a few audiobooks with, and telling the story. That's just an amazing talent, to be able to write, and then if she allows other people like myself to tell the story so that you can buy it and listen to it, that's who I want to be able to speak with. And we can talk about the art of business too. I mean, to be able to do what we do is not just a brick and mortar work. So many of the people that are here that you listen to, and there's so many. I'm listening. A few minutes ago, I saw Rodney and Alan Rippey. What? I'm calling him Monday. I'm going to get older, but that's amazing to see so many great people. You can just sit here and just be amazed, your mouth open. Wow, listen to her, listen to him, and they all have a great presence when they do what they do. And that's what I've been up to for the last 17 years. And as Grant was saying, I started in the corporate world. Well, started with Dow Chemical after college, and thought I was there, and then you can find out that that's the kind of place that can let you go with 10, 15 minutes if they don't want. But traveling around the world, I just didn't want to do that anymore. And I was in Montreal. It was like a movie, actually. And I was had my briefcase. This is the briefcase days. Yeah, and I was walking across the street, and I sat my briefcase down as people walked by me and said, listen, I'm done. I didn't have the enthusiasm for it anymore. I had been talked to. My aunt was in the arts herself, and she had been pushing me. I just did. Well, I'm no actor. I can't do that. But something clicked. I wanted to express myself in a way that really showed what I wanted to do. And I had, from growing up, I'd been the DJ, I'd been playing around, and I have a pencil. Yeah, come on, I did all that stuff. And I just, somehow that would not go away. And I'm happy it didn't. But I still thought, okay, I was one of the first people to graduate from my family in college. And I thought that was the proper way to go. This is the 70s and 80s. You know, you just, okay, we're lucky to do this. A corporation will hire us. Let's go do that. And it just clicked to me that, no, there's something more. There's something more. And took a class in San Francisco, like Grant said, a lady named Elaine Clark in San Francisco, $25 class. Went in, and I got on the mic and read the script, and, hi, everybody, come by this. You know, how you, and it just, okay, just that inch step, it just made a little bit of a tension, but something clicked. And this is it. This is what I want to do. And 16 years later, here I am in my own home. This is my studio. I work here at home, and all the things I do from here go around the world. And a lot of it is based on positive messages I have in front of me. My latest goal right now is you see this auditorium. My next goal is to be the Oscar announcer. You know, coming up the 24th Academy Awards, that type of work. Live stage announcing is my most favorite thing that I do. So that's what I wanted to do. What I want to do from now on. But we have right in front of me now my Audible that I call, and she's here. And I want to, as Grant was here, I usually just get on the phone and act like, call up Grant, get a hold of Miss Morris, do this. And I was going to do that with Wahida. But I said, wait a minute, let me call her, because she can tell the story better than I can. And so she's here. She's here. So welcome. How are you? This is the first time we've actually seen each other and talked. We've been on the phone before.
Lord, first time. That's the same thing was going through my mind. I'm like, wow, first time actually.
We know each other, but we don't know. We have not talked like this and seen each. So it's great to meet you. Hug. Good to see you. You know, high five, whatever. How are you?
I'm fantastic. This is grinding just like you. You know, we do what we do.
Yeah. Well, I consider you to be a piano player in the sense that, or guitar player, that if you're playing one instrument, to me, it's a little bit different when you get on the piano. And I do what I do to create a story in 15 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever it might be. But to write a book, that's a whole nother level to me. So I wanted to get a chance to talk to you about how you do that. Maybe talk about your story, what's coming up for you next. I know we have some plans to do something, and audiobooks aren't part of my main focus, but I'd love the chance to do something like you do, because it's something that's us. It connects to our stories, and if you could talk about some of the things that brought you to being a writer, and then we'll move on to some other things that I want to talk about in positive languages. But I'm so happy you're here to tell your story. They push you off the screen. Let's get you back up there. Maybe talk about what and how you started to be a writer and why you're doing it now. Why? And I always mess up your first name. I'll just say Miss Clark. Miss Clark, are you still there? Did they kick you off? You still there? No, she might have gotten kicked off. So if till she comes back, I want to just stress that this is just one of the places to work for me. Again, I do commercials. You've heard me. I am Black Business. You've heard plenty of that. But I do something every day in some way. I mean, this week it's ESPN. I've got something coming out. I'm doing playing a boot in one commercial. I'm going to be doing some things on Netflix, actually doing some farm commercials. I mean, it's just a rapid things that come at me every day. But for to hear she's back. So maybe talk about how you started and what you're doing and where to find what you do. But the writing of it and then the audiobook part where I connect, we can talk about that too. But I would love for you to share your story and what it, when you put a pen to paper, which was back in the day, or fingers to type computer, what's that process been like? How'd you get started? How long have you been doing this?
Well, actually, you're right. I started with pen to paper. I had my job that I was working for when I moved to Atlanta. I transferred from Jersey to Atlanta. The company that I got hired with was a bad company. I ended up being a top salesperson at the company, unbeknownst that the company was on the radar of. So one day I'm at work doing my job and they kick the doors down. They come in with the guns drawn, and you know how they come in. And I kept hearing them say, "Where's the girl? You got the girl." And I'm like, what girl are they referring to? They were talking about me because, like I said, I was a top salesperson. And to make a long story short, I took the case to trial and we lost. And I was sentenced to 125 months in federal prison. So once I got in prison, after the first year, I said, oh my gosh, I got to do something. I got to make some money, because I had called home to my niece. I said, okay, they moved me from the county jail and it's setting in with me that I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. So I said, send me some money, because it costs money to live in federal prison. You got to pay for your soap powder, to wash your clothes. You pay for everything. So I called home and said, send me some money. They said, Wahida, we'll see what we can do, because you've lost everything. Actually, you lost your house. No one's here to run your businesses. They just repossess your cars. We are packing up your home right now, and we're moving your children back up to New Jersey. So when I got off that phone call, I went back to my cell. I cried and I prayed, because I said, I need my husband. He was locked up. I left 2 teenage daughters out there. I said, what am I going to do? So my job at the time was the librarian, and I was also the computer teacher at night. So one morning I'm in the library and I pick up a magazine. I think it was a Vibe or XXL. And it had an article in there about some young man who was in prison, and he had written a book. His name was Shannon Holmes, called Be More Careful. And at the time I'm sitting in the library and I'm sitting here by myself, and I'm looking at all the books on the bookshelves. And I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is in prison and he wrote a book. I said, I'm in prison. So while I'm looking at the books on the bookshelves, I start visualizing my name on the spines, Wahida Clark. And I said, I'm going to write me a book. And that's what made me start writing.
Amazing. I mean, so did you have any examples of, other than, I mean, that's an amazing story, but did you have any kind of examples or mentors that even got you to that place?
Let me tell you, I had never planned on writing a book. I didn't know I could write. I just knew Shannon Holmes did it and he was in prison. I said, I need to do it because I need money to support myself while I was in prison. I need money to send home to my kids, and I needed a nest egg when I got out of prison. So lo and behold, shortly after that revelation, an older lady was in the prison, and on the streets, her job was a literary agent. So she had put a sign-up sheet. She had got permission to do a creative writing class. So I was like, wow. So I saw that sign-up sheet and I signed up for the creative writing class, but even though I'd already started writing, and I didn't know what I was doing. And that was it. It was,
wow.
Learn as you go.
Yeah. Yeah. But you wrote from your heart. And that's your audience now. So you weren't trying to be some kind of prototypical things you see. You wrote about you and us. So how was that first received to be able to get, I mean, I really wanted you to talk about what your audience is like now and the Thug series, which is what you call, but how did that, again, this is the story to get to this place, but how was it received to be able to get to a publisher? And now you have your own publishing situation. So again, that's a lot to get in, but when you found your audience, was it a trickle, or did all of a sudden people knocked you over for more? Because right now you got an explosive audience, but when it began, who were the first people that said, you got something here?
Okay, they had moved me out and I'm back. What was the question, sir?
The question was about your audience. When you found that you had people that were really clinging to you, that you didn't know right away that you're going to get this massive audience, and now to this place where you're publishing and helping so many other, because you're not the only writer in your stable. I call you the Barry Gordy of books. You got a bunch of people that you support. So how was it a trickle, or did people just bowl you over for more right away to get to where you are?
Well, once I started writing, while I was in prison, I landed 2 publishing deals and a literary agent. And once my first book came out, after my first book came out, the prison, they put me in a hole because they wanted to investigate. They said, how did you write a book and get published while you're in our custody? So I reminded them that they did a creative writing class. I took the class. I did what the class say do. I graduated from the class. You guys gave me a certificate. Voila, I'm published. So they put me in a hole because they wanted to investigate why I was able to do it in their custody. So, but while I was, the hole for me at the time was the county jail. And in the county jail, there was no restrictions on who you could write. So I'm in this county jail, and I noticed that the women, they all had pen pals. And I mean, not 1, 2, and 3. These ladies was sending out 10, 15 letters a day. So I got the brilliant idea. My book was just published. I called home. I said, please make me a flyer. Put the book cover on one side, the order form on the other side, and send them to me. So they sent them to me. So I asked the ladies to put these flyers into their pen pal envelopes that was going throughout the prisons, throughout the country. My book started becoming popular. Other inmates, that's when they started writing me and say, how did you do that? I want to do that. How did you do that? So that's what inspired me to start my own publishing company while I was in prison. So I was just an inspiration, like you said, to many other writers. And they said that girl did it, I can do it too.
And that's a beautiful story. I mean, to see, and that's what happened for me in the voice thing. Not only just James Earl Jones, you know that voice from the Darth Vader, but just other DJs and other people that you see. You need an example out there to think, oh yeah, I can do that too. Right. Especially for us, the thing that came out with Little Mermaid. I saw something on YouTube with a little black girl. She's black. Look at her. It's something that happens when you see the not typical happen. Oh yes, I can do that. So you're an inspiration to so many people. I mean, how many people do you have in your publishing group?
Well, I published over 150 titles. I think I had to sign about 50 or 60 authors.
Wow. And they now you're like the publishing companies you were trying to get in. I mean, what kind of qualification? Because there might be writers out here listening to us. I mean, I want us to really, we're talking about how to form a business from art. And I was actually just watching Wayne Shorter's documentary that came on Prime this weekend. He had a quote in there where he was listening, he's watching a movie, and there's a quote that says, I must. For what I was telling before you came on, I was doing the corporate sales, I was working at airlines, and I knew I can't do it anymore. I didn't know how to do voice work, but I just knew I had to. I want to do it. And it's the same story for you. So we're making businesses for something we just have to do. It's not, I think some of the other businesses have that same feeling, but for arts, I think it's another place. And you have to be in a place where you're so free to be authentic and be who you are. Because people hear my voice. I'm not doing anything kind of precise, perfect, robotic voice. I'm just expressing what I feel and what I think this company needs. And that's what you do with your books. So do people send, I'm sort of harping on what when you sign somebody, but I'm just looking at, we've done a couple of books together, and before you came on, we're going to come on, and I again called the Audible. I was thinking of some of the powerful people who have done voice. I don't know if you remember Barbara Jordan. She was a senator from Texas who was this is back now, I'm showing my age. She was a Watergate person. Barbara Jordan. She was just her precise voice. Then Shirley Chisholm. any, preachers, Black Panther, politicians, everybody who has a clean, this is for me, clean, correct way of speaking, has such a presence, can convince and change people's lives in a way. And I know I've seen some of the people, the fanatics that go after you on YouTube when they hear and see your book. I mean, what does that do to you when you see people that are so influenced by when is the next Wahida book coming? Because you write, but you're a publisher, and they want to wait for you. What does that do for you and your soul from where you came from when you see such a fan thing?
It's like a two-edged sword, because when I'm out promoting the company and the books, my fans are like, Wahida, we don't want to read your author's book. We want your books. When is your next book? When you have that?
Yeah.
Like, but I handpicked these authors myself. These are amazing authors, so you got to check them out. So, like I said, it's a two-edged sword. It's flattering, but at the same time, I put other authors on, and I want them to flourish just like I flourished.
Yeah, that's the same way. I run a thing on Thursdays where I have, in my church, it was a lady I understood. Well, I heard her. She was a singer. She's a singer, and that's what I do is I'm doing music for 15 seconds. I tell them all that, but I have a small group of people that come on Thursdays, and actually, I will hope that you would come and be a guest and talk about what you do there too. But they come on, and I'm such a champion of Black women because the Keisha Monk was one of our guests, and she is the relative of Thelonious Monk. She was the first lady in history to be a stage announcer for the Tonys Award show. And I mean, that's one of my goals is do the Oscars, but they're in just a quick succession, especially after, the killing with the guy with the knee in his neck. There were three ladies two did the Oscars, two did the Tonys. And so that sort of led to me wanting to really help people not spend the money. I've got probably $10,000 worth of equipment here, but you don't need to do that when you start. And your best instrument or equipment is you. Your best, I mean, there's probably software out there for writers, but your best, your finger and a piece of paper, a pen is where you can start. So, that's the group I have is on the Thursdays just to help people through that journey and give back. And it's really giving back 20-fold when I've done that. So what you're doing and hiring people, letting them become part of your experience is such a great gift that men and women, young, old. Tell me about the Thug series thing. And we're gonna I really want to actually get to the Trey's new book. Is it finished yet? Is he?
Well, no, Mark. You did this book here.
Yes, D-Boy.
Now, he finished part 2. That's the one we are patiently waiting for you to narrate.
Okay.
This is what we need you to do next, but you did such an awesome job on this one. The author himself, he was like, can we get Neil, who did the first one? I said, let me reach out to him. The last time I reached out to him, he was like too busy. I said, maybe he would. You see when I hit you up? I said, can you please?
Yeah, I know. And I feel so guilty too when I said, oh no, I gotta do. But if it's ready, I'm ready to get started. Seriously, if it's ready, I'm ready to go. I had to reach out to him and get it going. So yeah, we're ready to go. But yeah, he's a great writer. That was a great story.
And I remember listening to that. So I was going on a trip. So I had the headphones on. I'm walking through the airport. I had to go through. I didn't even want to stop because the story is that good and your narration was just spot on. So, and I told him, I said, oh my gosh, this book sounds so great. So excited about this book right here.
And so that's again, I'm honored at anything. As you saw, Grant was here, did a thing for him, and Miss Morris. Anybody who says, yeah, go for it, it still amazes me in a lot of ways because I'm just being me. But it is over all this time. Like how long have you been a writer? What's the 2002? See, 20 years. I'm 16, 17, and it can take. We're doing things before, but I know I'm even better than yes. And I remember I've heard a little bit of D-Boy, but I know I can do it better. So I'm here. Oh, I could have done that word better. Every word is precious to me. I know every word you write every paragraph is precious. You want to do it the best way you can. And I think that's the secret on the art side. Dr. Kelly, he's an art, he paints. And I know he puts so much effort into every paint stroke. And to me, that's how your business goes. I mean, I'm also a collection agent now. I got money sitting out there I got to go get. But I wouldn't have it if I didn't do a good job on doing their work. So that's pretty much it. I think we're going to have a little bit more time. But what's some of the things that you do to keep you going? Is there I know for writers there's writer's block and things that shut you down, and how do you get up out of that in a way that keeps you moving?
Well, for me, it's not writer's block. It's, in prison, I had time to write, but running a publishing company and being home and running a business, running a nonprofit, overseeing the authors, family. So that's the challenge, getting writing done through all of that. That's the challenge now.
Yeah. Before I forget, what's your website? How do people get a hold of you to listen to your books? I know it's on Audible and Amazon, but how do they get directly to you?
wclarkpublishing.com.
wclarkpublishing.com. Okay. Very good. I know Eric Kelly will put that up. They'll put it up on the screen and so forth. But wclarkpublishing.com. And then again, they can go to Audible, right? To just look up Wahida Clark. Okay. Yeah. Good deal. Yes. So all the books that I've done. Again, I know guys have done and ladies have hundreds of books, and that's just not part of my lane. But I love the chance to do a great book like yours. So the other part I wanted to really get to before we end is I grew up in a place where my grandmother, if I said, know what I was going, I got marks still on my head from doing slang in front of her, and I know so much of what you do is authentic, but I still think for corporate, which is, Business Expo, it's profit. There's profit in in being a confident communicator, not just telling a great story, but telling it in a way where you're not just saying, what I'm saying, what I'm saying. And you can hear somebody do that 15 times in one sentence. And that just, as an older dude, it grates me a little bit, but I know we can do better, especially when the world is buying our product. So that's something I wanted to really make sure we got in. And there's a cancer right now. Everybody says right after everything. Did it right? And then right? And it's, my grandma would tear y'all up. So it's part of our responsibility, I think, as entrepreneurs, kind of when you hear that from young kids or whoever's doing, kind of some ways, you need to tone that down a little bit. You slow down, and you don't have to say it right after everything you say, because sometimes it ain't right. But that's just my own lane and court. I wanted to make sure it's done because in my world, I have to make sure each word is clean and correct and done well so the product shines. But that what I'm saying stuff can't be part of who I am. So that's another thing. But the strength, because yours,
right?
Yeah.
There's a time and place for everything.
There you go. And listen, on the game, it's Saturday now. On the game, I can talk crazy. Right. Go, run. But for you, authenticity and how people go and speak is so pure and necessary. That you have to be able to. I said, you have to be able to do it in a way where it's done in the story flows. I remember what we talked maybe a couple years ago. I work with a lot of producers here in LA and producers for movies and the rest. Where are you on that? I know because some of these, the thing I wrote. Let's see, I did the audiobook for what's the one I did that had such the two people with the car blew up and so forth. That's a movie, Wahida.
I know, and my fans are dying like Wahida went. But this space is just so. I'm about ownership. Tyler Perry, he said you got to own your stuff, and when you in the movie industry, if you don't have the budget to do your own stuff, then you have to. The studios or the investor, they get the lion's share. So that's been my only hang up. I want to be in control. I work so hard to build this. I want to have the most control. So of course, we have several projects that would be amazing on the screen, but it's just getting the right timing and the budget to get it out.
Have you talked to Tyler Perry before? Have you presented any projects to him, or are you at that place?
I have. And when I lived in East Orange, in my office, his project manager, one of his project managers who I was incarcerated with, she had called me one day and said, Tyler said, send me some books. Send me some books. I sent him a whole set.
Nothing, huh?
Anything back.
Yeah.
And recently, she called me with him on the line, but I wasn't available. And I said, Letitia, you're kidding me. She said, I had him on the line right now. But yeah, so he did send me the message, said that he has stuff slated out for like the next 3-4 years. But my time will come. It just has to be the right time for me. Mark, I think we lost you.
Or with the mute and so forth. Ownership is so key. And I've done some things, people hear I get something every day almost on the Huggies commercial that I did for the Super Bowl. Where are you? And we had a whole thing with that, with Kimberly Clark and the money, and it just so they got another person. But I stuck to my guns, and that's going back and forth. But I knew I couldn't go into it where they weren't going to pay me like I know I deserve. Like Fat Joe says, yesterday's price, not today's price.
Right.
So I stuck to it. But and people know me from that in a ways. But it's just what happens in business. And so you've got some stories that movies would just shine. And I'm waiting for it. So Tyler's not the only one. He's one of many. He's one of many. And you can actually start your own, you can have your own production company.
That's what we're working on. That is what we're working on.
Good deal. I'm trying to think what else we can get to far as your book, but I'm just happy that you could tell the story instead of me trying to, give a little summary of you. To have you right here is an honor, and maybe we can do some more things in the future. We're going to get on that book that Trey has ready. If it's where is it, by the way? Is it ready to go? Do I need to go on Audible to do that?
No, I have to send it to the editor. I was just taking my time because we had so many other projects.
Okay.
And now that I know you're ready,
I'm ready.
I to send it to the editor to get it knocked out. So
I'm ready.
He requested you specifically, and I was like, okay, let me hit you on Twitter.
We'll make it happen. And who else makes it happen is Mr. McGaw. He makes it happen. Yeah, I love this guy. This is my man right here.
The love is mutual for both of you and what you've been able to accomplish in your careers. I love the resilience, the story, like never quit. We just keep moving forward. This is fantastic. So I just have a couple of questions because I'm curious, right? I'm a curious guy. Wahida, do you ghostwrite yourself for any other writers?
Yes, I ghostwrite for others. And I'm a book writing coach because I assign celebrities because of my brand. So I attract celebrities. So I just signed Drummer Boy, big producer. One of his beats just went diamond with Waka Flocka. Big 50, she has a movie on BET. She's also American Trap Queen with Judge Mathis. I have the soccer mom, Madam. She had a big case in New York. I have influencers and celebrities. So now I use the book. I tell everybody you can use a book to brand what you do, to add an additional revenue stream to what you're already doing. And we like that. That's become our business model. Because
I love that. And if you had to say this is my lane as far as your genre, the type of books that you write. How would you explain that to someone?
I am known as the official queen of street literature. And any of the audience ever read Donald Goines, The Iceberg Slim? That's the type of books that I write. We call it street literature. It's hood, it's street, it's the slang, it's the cussing, it's the jail, it's the murder, it's the sex. It's what I write.
I love that. So you can say I'm already like into the book. Like, all right, that's interesting.
Let's look him up. Let's look him up. He's gonna love it. Let's look.
Glad to give him a couple of reads, but I just have to warn you. Just be prepared.
Well, I could see like some of your books, some of the things that you've done. Do they come to streaming services? Like, do you see them on a Netflix type of thing? I mean, you start looking at some of the most popular TV shows featuring Black people, they're in that genre, right?
That's right. Our books started it all. That's where they get them from. Our books, this genre called street lit. When I started writing this genre back in 2002, there was only the pioneers, Donald Goines, Iceberg Slim. Then Sister Soldier came out with The Coldest Winter Ever, and then it just rebirthed, and then it just was flooded. And then we have all these books. Then we have the rappers rapping what we write about. Then we have the movies and the streaming shows on TV, basically street lit books.
I love it. And then Mr. Neely, you're doing audiobooks. I know you did an audiobook for Dr. Kelly also. So are you doing entire books?
Yeah, entire books. But again, as I was saying with Wahida, I can't dedicate all the time I have. I'm working every day with commercials and the rest and animation, so forth. I just don't have time to, and it hurts my heart that I can't finish them fast, because people who just do audiobooks, they're in this booth 8 hours a day, killing it. I don't have that kind of time, although I wish in some ways I did. So it's honorable to do a Miss Clark book, but I don't want to cheat her by spending too much time on it. But yes, Dr. Kelly's book, he'll tell you too, it took too much time, but we've got it done. So there we go.
You're the kind of voice that, and I remember this because I'm a little older, that you're driving down the highway, you tune into the radio station, and you get someone orating, a very good story. Mark's got that story, and I would like to see listening to Mark. And then with the Wahida story, and I'm like, I'm riveted. I'm pulling off the highway because I'm listening.
I'm telling you, I was walking through the airport with the headphones. I'm like, oh my gosh, can't say you got to get that off, man.
We got to get him flipping the hustle. We got to get him flipping.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah, just from those titles, you know what's coming, man. You know what's coming. Flipping, D-Boy. But the passion, you hear it right now. The passion she has is the same you see on the page, and you're like that, or you're like that. And it's an honor to be connected to her and telling a real story. I mean, you might say street, but it's still us. It's us. Yeah. And we've got to be able to share that, and people need to go buy these books. That's what we're all here for that too. We're here for business. That's like Black business. What do I say? I don't know. I am Black business. I am.
You certainly. And that voice is so iconic. I think it sets the stage for our program, and we're growing. We want this to be a 3-day affair that we're telling our story. Here's the deal. Even though it might be, you say, well, that's street genre, but that's where we start. A lot of people, we've started in that world. A lot of people have had to reach into what you would quote unquote the criminal element in order to get to where they needed to go. And it's just part of our history. Unfortunately, fortunate or unfortunate, but you know what the cool part of that? You don't stay there. It's just a part of the episode.
Yeah.
Part of the episode, right?
Yeah.
To get you that resiliency, like man, like he just described, like you're in a very powerful situation in prison, cut off. Said, wow, I still got to survive. I still got to make money. I still got to do something. I can't just sit here. And you found a way to do that. And look at you now.
Look at her now.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank both of you for being on the Black Business Olympics. And you know what we said this time? Genius is common.
Yeah.
Both on the other side.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a treat. That is a fantastic trait to get both of them. I encourage everybody to look her up. Look her up. Go ahead and buy her books. Look up Mark Neely. He's out there. These are our professionals. They're out there. They've got a lot of good information out there, a lot of good craft out there, a lot of good art out there. So let's get busy. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. And you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's on the screen below. That's $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August 2023, NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him, and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too. Because genius is common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
So what we have to do is when we get in a spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago. And she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6. And then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting. And she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style. And it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. it's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at. The way I feel when I'm drawing, when I'm creating something, is I feel free. I feel like there's an anticipation of something that's going to come. I try not to draw first. I try to draw second. And what I mean by that is I try to allow myself to kind of get into the piece and just relax. Sometimes I miss time. I'll draw 2-3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. And while I'm drawing, it's just a free. I just feel free. I mean, I feel like time stands still. That's what it's all about in terms of the lines and the colors in my work, is to get an expression, to go deeper and past just what you see on the surface, but to go in and try to find an expression that everybody gets a different taste of what that expression is, whether it's anger or whether it's being happy or whether it's being, kind of calm or nonchalant. That expression that people take away from the piece is the most important part of what I do as an artist. Bold is the size of my pieces, where I try to do the piece larger than life, to kind of push forward toward you. And that's what the boldness is all about. It's not so much about the lines, it's about the size. The Face of Change art show is inspired by my mother, but more importantly, it's a historical moment in time as the pieces depict different emotions and expressions of Barack Obama. The 44th president is indicative of the 44 pieces of art that I have done in this particular collection. When you begin to think about expressions and portraits, this is a portrait gallery of expressions of what transpired as Barack Obama ran for office. Some of the pictures are abstract and some are expressionistic. And I combined both of those forms of art to create this collection of art pieces. Overcomer, brilliant, ambitious, motivated, awesome. Obama.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello. Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM, and I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. We present now a luminary of the business world, Sydney Warnsby, with a storied career spanning strategy, leadership, and innovation. Sydney is a master at forging paths through the most complex business terrains, from spearheading transformative projects at behemoths like J.P. Morgan Chase, PepsiCo, Citigroup, and Eastman Kodak to carving out success with his own enterprise. His expertise spans across planning, organizational development, and operations management. Sydney isn't just a business maestro. He's also a beacon of knowledge, molding future leaders as a professor in New York City's top colleges. Whether he's championing Six Sigma or crafting marketing strategies, Sydney's vision, analytical prowess, and leadership have continually set industry benchmarks. As a speaker and seminar maestro, he enlightens many. Today, we invite you to witness insights from the unparalleled Sydney Warnsby.
You know, I'm going to have to take that bio and use it. That was pretty good. I was looking
that is your story.
Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
This is one of a fireside chat.
Yes.
Me and you, we're going to talk about some things that we both have worked on. We've been working on some things here for the last 3 or 4 months. We're going to do another project here in October. And I want to set the stage. First, talk to us a little bit about our previous project, and then we're going to lead all the way into our next endeavor. So,
okay,
let's know about that.
So, I guess it was middle of June. You and I did a workshop where we were training and helping business owners, CEOs, founders, etc., to really identify how branding can be used to grow their business. And so we were talking about branding techniques, branding strategies, branding tactics, and then how to use those to craft what I call your market dominating position statement, and then how to use that in all of the categories or areas that lead to growing your business and growth for your business, lead generation, compelling offers, et cetera, et cetera. And so, that was what we did then, spending about 2-3 hours, with a handful of folks. Well, actually, it's, quite a few, about 20 plus folks, just walking them through those strategies, what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, the importance of branding, some of the steps of branding, how to create your gap analysis, and then, using that to create that market dominating position statement and using that in your marketing messaging in general.
Well, we did that, and we did that one as it was a free workshop. We wanted people to understand and give them a piece of our knowledge and wisdom. Mm-hmm. As I just stated, you have a storied career in corporate America, as well as entrepreneurial. I have the same, and we've got thousands, literally thousands and thousands of hours of experience that we want to now give back. Right. And to give to others so they can chart a journey that's going to be quicker, faster, better. I call that speed to market. Yeah. I don't want you to take years to get to where possibly we did in some of our careers and some of our business adventures, when you can do that now in months. Think of it now like that we call about ChatGPT or AI. You can do things quicker, faster, in a blaze. But you've got to have the right direction. You've got to have the right prompts, as right. the kids are telling us. We want to give those prompts, right?
Say that again?
Prompts. We want to give you direction. We want to give you guidance.
So one of the things that was, I will say, rewarding from the workshop that we did in June was how well received it was by the participants, and how many then were clamoring for, asking for more. And so when we finished that workshop, people said, we want more. How can we get, either more details around this? How can we stay together, as a group and get more information from the two of you, et cetera? So that's why we put this next program together, the forum that we're going to do. And that's really about, I don't want to say hand holding, but it's guiding by leading them along the path. So we're going to work with individuals who participate in this workshop, in this forum, to actually teach them how to do their gap analysis for their branding strategy, how to take that gap analysis and then put it into the framework and the tools for creating your market dominating position statement. And then we're going to actually work with folks on perfecting that, through some coaching and peer analysis. So we're going to then have people actually present, their information, what they've worked on, et cetera. And you and I will give them some feedback, as well as, let some of the other participants give feedback. So people will walk away with some very tangible outputs and outcomes from that they will use for their business. And to the point you were making, I talk about having a $1 million framework in 6 months. That look, we all want $1 million business. If you're starting your business and your small business, et cetera, we all want $1 million business, but you have to create that framework, for that. What are the processes? What are the structures? What are the systems? What are the tools that have that? And so one of the things that I do with my clients, and you and I have talked about, is giving people that framework that says, here are the things you need to put in place. And when you have these things in place, then you may not have $1 million in revenue in that 6 months, but you will have the framework and you will be on the ramp for having $1 million in sales, because all the systems are in place. And now it's just a matter of you clicking and using those systems and those processes. So that's what we're going to be doing in this forum workshop, in October.
That's right. That's right. And I want to remind people think, $1 million business, it sounds like a big number, but it really isn't. It's really about volume and execution. I remember I read this book and it was telling us that you can have $1 million business with a $25 product.
Oh, yes.
You sell a $25 product, but you sell 25 of those units every single day, you've got $1 million business.
Right. And the question then becomes, okay, fine. How do I sell 25 a day?
Yeah.
Right. So it sounds simple, but it's like everything else. If I start with that in mind and I put the system together and say, now, one of the things I talk to people about is like, look, there are only 5 things that drive growth of any business. I don't care what kind of business. JP Morgan Chase, an entrepreneurial business, Facebook, blah, 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 or Meta, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's only, 5 things that are going to drive growth. And the idea is, to make sure that, you are putting the systems and processes in place for those things. And when you have them in place, then you're going to drive that growth that you need. It's, lead generation. It's, conversion of those leads into actual, buying customers or sales. It's increasing the number of transactions. How do you get each customer to buy more things from you? How do you, manage pricing so that, you're able to charge a higher price based on the value proposition that you're presenting to your target market? And then how do you control costs? One of the things I show people all the time is, look, you can have $1 million business on, $500,000-$600,000 in revenue. You say, well, that's not $1 million business. It is $1 million business from a profit standpoint if you manage the cost, appropriately and properly. Meaning that lots of times, with a standard net profit of 10%, that if $1 million business is going to drive $100,000 in profit. So the question then becomes, all right, then how do we create $100,000 of profit in fewer revenue or fewer sales, so that we're actually then generating $1 million business from a profit standpoint with lower revenue? And those are the things, again, that we can talk about at forum, and that we can work with people offline as well.
Excellent. So those are the types of conversations we're going to have. And I want to remind folks, like the workshop that we did back in June was one day. It was over a 2-hour period of time. And what we got was an overwhelming demand for more.
Right.
So we got together, we said, you know what, and we understand what it takes to do these types of things, to really get it operationalized, not just the ideation stage, but operationalize it, right? So that's going to take 4 weeks. We felt we could do 4 2-hour sessions on a Saturday, get people focused. They're not with a lot of distractions, and they can really get into this. So at the end of the day, there is an investment, but it's an investment of time and money, but it's a worthy investment.
Right.
Because what we talked about was, I said, hey, Sydney, what is the big problem that we're trying to solve? What's the big problem that entrepreneurs come, that really stumps them. And I said, Sydney, what did you say? And Sydney said, it's that rut. You get in this cycle that you keep doing the same thing over and over again. You don't really have the time to evolve and try something different. And you've got to have the time to get the training and the understanding and the ability to then begin to change that outcome. Would you like to elaborate on that, Sydney?
Sure. It's the old 80-20 rule that, we spend 80% of our time on things that generate 20% of our revenue and profits. Now, that makes no sense, right? And if you told somebody to do that, they would say, I'm not doing that. That makes no sense. But that's what we do every day. And so why do we do that? I call it firefighting and rat killing, that we go out fighting fires and killing rats because it seems important. It seems critical at the time. Sometimes it is required, but it's not going to generate more revenue and sales. So why am I spending my time on that as the CEO, founder, president, head of this organization? That shouldn't be something I'm spending my time on. I should be spending my time on the business and how do I grow and build the business. And so that's what we're going to be doing here. And again, we looked at, how are we going to do this? How are we going to deliver that? And one of the things that owners often say is, my day is busy. And, how do I, carve out time for that? That's one of the reasons why we set a Saturday. We're going to do it on a Saturday. So there should be no things conflicting. I mean, there are going to be some personal, time, constraints, et cetera. But we said we're going to reduce the number of constraints, obstacles by doing it on a Saturday morning. So we're going to do it on a Saturday morning. Did we say 10 to noon or 11 to 1?
Well, it depends on where your time zone is, but
that's true too. But it's going to be a Saturday morning. But what we also then said is we need to make sure that it's hands-on and they're going to do the work to get the deliverable so that they can put that into their business. And then it's about, are you doing those things or using that information each and every day in all the systems? We'll talk a little bit about what are those things, that I just alluded to that are going to drive your business, and look at how you being, the CEO, president, et cetera, are spending your time to be able to, put these things into effect and to then move your business forward, both on the revenue perspective and on the profit perspective.
Yeah.
And this is, again, it's 4 weeks. So we're not going to solve everything in the business. We're going to target only those things that are relative to basically it's lead generation, so it's the branding message and branding strategy. It's the, market dominating position statement and the marketing messaging. And then how do you use that messaging to, generate more leads, et cetera. We won't be able to get in 4 weeks to some of the other things relative to the business, but that gives you a great foundation for being able to go out and start and attracting more clients. And when you said before, hey, it's only 25 sales per day. Okay, I got to find, if I'm great, then everyone I contact is going to be a sale. Well, that doesn't usually happen, right? So I'm going to usually have to generate more leads. And the other thing I talk about is everybody's not a now buyer. So no matter, even if they're going to buy your stuff later on, they ain't going to buy it today. And so you need to be messaging and communicating to a lot more folks and getting them committed to you as a brand and feeling that you are trustworthy, as a subject matter expert and for their needs and their pain points. That says, look, here are my pain points. Here's the problem that I have that I don't want, or the benefit that I want that I don't have. And Grant and Sydney understand that and are giving me information to be able to assist, in my eliminating those pain points. Well, as a business, you need to be doing that, for all of your target market as well, whatever your business is. And we'll talk about how do you use that messaging, that, branding strategy, et cetera, to really connect with those folks who are your target market. So they start feeling that you have their best interests at heart, that you understand their needs, and that you're providing them information, services, research, and products and services that are helping to eliminate their pain points.
All of that is so important. I want our entrepreneurs on the station to truly tune in. This is an opportunity for you to transform. This is a transformative forum for you, and you'll be working alongside others. This is a classroom style setting. In that first week, we're going to be talking about skills gap analysis. That's so important because you have to take a look at where your current state is, where are you currently at, and how does that compare to your competition? What does that competitive analysis look like? What is your peer group? What is the business that's 1 or 2 rungs above you? What are they doing that you're not doing? And what is that business that's 4 or 5 steps above you? And what are they doing? This begins to give you a track and a blueprint that you need to acquire. So that's what we're talking about. What do we need? What do you need to acquire in order for you to be able to have the revenue generation that you need to operate at these other levels? That gives you the playbook. Then you're like, so when you go back to work, let's say, and in another, in that next month, and you're ready, you know what to do. There's no question mark anymore. You know what the process you need to put in place. You know what the measurements. That's a lot of times when I'm talking to people, like, all right, how are you measuring your performance? And they're like, I'm not sure. You have to have the right metrics.
Right.
Would you agree with that, Sydney?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there was something that was implied but not stated in what you said that I think is a very, very important too. That when you talk about that gap analysis and what you're going to get out of that gap analysis, it's all those things that you talked about. But based on that, you also get a clear picture of who you are as a leader, as an organization, what your strengths are, obviously what your weaknesses are, and how do you use those strengths, though, to be able to eliminate those pain points that your client has. You wouldn't be surprised, but many people would be surprised and amazed how few folks really do that analysis and assessment and understand what their strengths are and understand what those strengths are relative to what their client or customer or target market want. And so they will talk about, platitudes. We have the best people. We have, well-trained folks. We have X number of years of experience. We have this feature on our product or service. I mean, all these things, and a customer goes, so what? I don't care. I got this problem. How are you going to deal with that? Right. And so we're going to, in the forum, really get to that for folks so that they understand here and that they discover what is really unique about you and your business, and how is that valuable to your clients, and that becomes the foundation for your messaging, so that you can attract the folks that are going to be moved by that value.
That's 100%. I'm glad you said that. That is, I see this a lot, and I even talked about it on the program a day or so ago, is that when I see even corporate presentations, even today, they start out telling a story about themselves. They start out talking about, the title of their business, who they are, how many employees they have, some of the clients that they work with, and you're like, you got my attention, but you haven't talked about the number one thing that you got my attention about. Can you solve my problem?
Right.
You should be talking about this first and foremost, that you understand the problem, you understand the industry problem, and that you get to the point where if they do nothing about that problem, what are the implications about that? What is that going to look like for you? Or if you stay at the status quo, think about people listening to this. You know what? That sounds great, Sydney and Grant. That's wonderful. Let me take a look at that. Maybe I have some time. Understand the implications of not doing anything. If you're very, very happy where you're at and you feel that you're great and you are at the top of your game, maybe you can pass this by. But if you are experiencing limited growth, if you are experiencing a point where you just don't feel like you're getting any type of traction, what are the implications if you continue along that road?
Right.
What is that going to look like? And remember these statistics that 50% of most small businesses fail within the first 1 to 3 years. And I would guarantee you, and I'll ask Mr. Warnsby this, why is that? Why is that stat so prevalent? Why is it so high? And it's probably even higher for Black-owned businesses. And you'll get down to some very key fundamentals that he talks about.
Right. So, and that's a great point. 50% fail in the first year. 95% of all businesses fail. All right. And usually within a 5-year time period. Now, the reason that they fail most often has to do with cash flow, not sales, not profit, cash flow. Can't do anything if you don't have cash. Now, that can be because of low sales. That can be because of poor expense management. That can be because of just poor accounts receivable processes. But the bottom line is you need to be looking at all of the above, depending on the kind of business you're at, to be able to make that happen. But when we start looking at, what are we going to do to drive, revenue and profit so that we are not only profitable, but we are successful and long-term. I always talk about that the objective of business is not to make money. And that just blows people's mind. Oh, that's crazy. That's stupid. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. I've proven that, throughout all my career. That's not the objective. And if you doubt me, go to your potential target market client and tell them how much money you make and see if they're impressed. Most of them are going to say, oh, I don't care. Can you do this? So the objective of every business is to meet the needs of a customer or of a target market so that you can provide them something that eliminates one of their pain points, the problem they have that they don't want, or the benefit that they want that they don't have. That's the object. Now, money becomes the way we are measuring how well that is, how well we're doing that. I mean, that, revenue is a measure of how well we are meeting that need. Profit is a measure of how long we'll be able to meet that need. So, it's important from that perspective. It's a measure of execution and performance, but it's not the objective in and of itself. And so we're going to talk through in this workshop, what are the things that we're going to be doing so that you can really create messaging that's going to help you drive top line sales, by increasing messaging and helping people understand how you target market, understand how you are going to solve their problem, how you are going to eliminate their pain point, how you're going to eliminate the problem they have that they don't want, or how you're going to deliver the benefit that they want that they don't have. I think we got segmented, so I'll keep going on that until Grant comes back in. One of the things that it becomes important then in making that happen, and what we're going to do in this workshop, is really help folks understand how to do it themselves. And one of the things we want to make sure, so Grant, you were talking a little bit about, well, who is this for? And yes, it's for those folks who are stuck. They want to grow their business and they just can't make it happen. They've been, mired in the mud for so long, and stuck on whatever that number is for sales, and it just never seems to go anywhere. And so the number they have in their mind, the dream that they have created as a picture, they're not getting there. It's for them. It's also for those folks who plateaued. They're doing okay, but they've gotten to a plateau and they're trying to figure out, well, how do I break out from here? How do I get to that next level? It's for those folks who've tried some things, but it doesn't seem to work. Maybe the folks that they've used as coaches or whatever didn't quite get it done, et cetera. And, so they're a little bit, once bitten, twice shy kind of deal. It's for them as well. It's not for those folks who are looking for someone just to come in and give them a cookie cutter turnkey. Oh, just do these two things and poof, you got $1 million in sales. Right. That's not what we're going to do. And if you're looking for that, and I had a prospect once talking to me recently, and that's what she said. She kept getting upset. You know, it's like, well, I'm looking for what you're going to do. And then I'm like, we're going to work through this as a process. But what she kept looking for is, well, tell me the one thing I need to do that will turn my business into, it's not one thing. And I finally had to say, I'm not sure I'm going to be the right resource for you. Because what you're asking for, I don't do. I don't provide. Somebody might. I don't provide that. Now, if you hired me as, the CEO of your company, sure, that's what I would do, because that's my job and my role at that point. But what we're going to do here in this workshop is really teach folks hands-on. How do you understand what your strengths and weaknesses are, and put that into messaging? And so you can create this, and we're going to help and assist and give you guidance and all that. We're going to critique what you come up with, but it really is going to be a hands-on workshop that people are going to walk out of there and feel like they know and understand it. Not that somebody just did something for them that they don't really get, that they don't really understand, and now they have no commitment to it afterwards.
And that is a formula for failure. If anyone's looking something for nothing, you got to find that for me, because I haven't found it. Anything of value is something that you have worked for, that you have taken the stairs for. There's no elevator to the top. What you're looking for is applied knowledge, applied information that you can then put into your tool set to create the formula of success that you're looking for. One of the things we're going to do, and you brought this up, Sydney, is so important. You have to look at yourself realistically. Let's stand back. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I see, or what you would see. We're going to do a brand audit. Let's take a look at your current state. Let's see what you've got. Let's kick these tires. Let's see where you're at and where you want to go. And it won't be me telling you what your business looks like. I'm going to show you what other businesses look like that are in your field, that are in your market, that are doing maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 times more revenue than you, and what they're doing. And I'll even do another comparison with someone who's even higher than that. It's 10x for that. And we take a look at their platform. We take a look at the fundamentals. We take a look at how they're structured. And we look at yourself and see where you're at. And then the light bulbs should start going off. Right? You should start seeing the path forward, like, oh, yeah, I see what's going on. Are you making the right investments?
Right.
Where are these investments going to? How are you investing back into yourself and back into your business, back into your employees, back into your contractors, everyone that you're looking at? And are you infusing that workforce with the passion and vision that it takes? And I'll go back to what I even said earlier. How are you measuring this?
Exactly.
What does your measurement structure look like? How are you measuring the results that you need to gain? And if you don't have these types of things in place, you're going to miss the mark, because you're not going to be very, efficient in what you're trying to accomplish. So we want to help you to avoid being part of that statistic that Sydney just talked about. I just talked about. You don't want your business to close. You want your business to evolve. Sometimes you start out in a certain level, and you're like, all right, I need to evolve the business. And over time, if you look at a lot of businesses really that have been survived for over 5, 10, 15 years, you'll find out that they don't look like what they did when they first started out.
No.
They look different. They've morphed, they've changed, they have evolved. And that's what your business should be doing. It'll start out at a certain level. You'll be, I call that crawl state, right? You're crawling, you're an infant. But then you begin to walk, you begin to grow. And before you know it, you begin to run. If you're really going, you're going to begin to fly, because your business is evolving. So you can't keep applying the principles that got you through the crawl stage to the next stage. It's going to change, evolve, and grow. But are you changing, evolving with it? And we find that happens as disconnection. Go ahead.
And one of the things too, Grant, when you mentioned that, is that much of what was successful or what led to success in the crawl phase was the entrepreneur's determination, their hands-on, their skill, their technology, their technical capabilities, etc. Whatever business that was in, because most small businesses are started because we have a capability within a technical area, and we want to make use of that so that we don't have to work for someone else. But we don't know the business of business, and so we're getting success just because we're good technicians of whatever that industry is. Web developers, plumbers, contractors, blah, 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 blah. And so if you're going to be successful long-term, you need to have the processes and systems that are going to help you with the business of business. And that's what we're going to be spending that time on, in the workshop under the areas of branding and market dominating position statement, and then market messaging. So it's going to be one of those things where, again, we're going to help create those tools and systems. We're going to be giving you the insight as to what needs to be done. We're not going to tell you, to your point, we're not going to tell you what that must be, what that should be, because it's your business. But we can tell you, if that's what you want, then here's how you can be successful at that.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't do those things, then you're not going to be really successful, or it's going to have limited success. There's going to be problems down the road, some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's where we are going to be. That we're going to say, look, we're going to help you identify what you want that branding message to be based on that gap analysis. We're going to point some things out to you that just says, hey, I don't see this anywhere, in your market messaging, on your website, in your flyers or ads, in the conversation when you just did your elevator pitch to me before. And I don't see that anywhere. Yeah. But here's what I'm hearing, when we're working with you, when we're talking about it. How do you get that, into your messaging, or you need to get that into your messaging so that you're going to be more impactful when you're dealing with the target market.
So real quick, we got a couple more seconds here. How do they sign up for the program?
So the best way probably is go on to Eventbrite. It's going to be virtual for those folks, and so you can be anywhere in the world, and you can participate. The forum is going to start Saturday, October 7th, and it's going to be each Saturday in October. So the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. It's going to be in the morning in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, and then accordingly in your time zone. The registration is on Eventbrite, and so you know what? We can't put a link in here.
No, but that's okay.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the